Anyone else do this sort of stuff, or is it just you guys like me?
No, I think many patients, a lot of them don't have mobile phones.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't know how to film them or anything.
It's just strangely satisfying looking at it. It's kind of like pouring your milk into your tea. That makes sense.
Yeah. Do you feel instantly better after you've had your transfusions, or does it take a few days?
It's a daily thing.
Yeah.
Like I took a picture of my face before this stuff.
Yeah.
I think I'll just get some colour back and just a bit of overall wellness, really, but it's nothing like a superhero power thing that happens. So it's currently about 5 a.m. on the 13th of January 2016. The reason I'm up still is because I can't sleep well at all, which I'll go into in a second. But today I had blood test appointment and that sort of stuff, and had 2 bags of blood and 1 bag of platelets because they were pretty low, so kind of like the usual stuff. So I was up in the hospital for about 6.5 hours getting that done. I hanged around with some friends till about 5, and then I had a nap from about 5 to about 8 p.m, close to 9 p.m. So you know how obviously when you have a nap it's hard to get to sleep the next time. Nevertheless, I try to sleep at around 12 midnight, and obviously it's 5 now, so there's a bit of sleep there. But I woke up this morning, woke up like an hour ago, and I was just so hot. Like it's not hot outside, just the body temperature hot. Like my head doesn't feel too hot, but my body underneath these blankets is boiling. So you may wonder why I'm wearing all the blankets. It's because if I take them off, like for my body being so hot right now, it's gonna obviously change the temperature in my body quite fast and drastically. So when that sort of stuff happens, I talked about it before, when I get out of the shower, that I start getting cold shivers, which medical term is called rigor, which is RIGOR, and yeah, it's not too good. Like how it works is that my body somehow thinks it's cold, even though it's like getting really hot. So it makes the body really hot, but the brain still thinks it's cold. It's really interesting, but it's just a pain in the ass. So I've been dealing with that for a while. Like when I woke up, I was busting to go to the toilet to do a wee, but I didn't want to because getting out of the blankets to move to the bathroom, which is just out there, would have. Oh, actually, I have done it now, but it did make me get some cold shivers, which have stopped at the moment. So I was just obviously lying here awake, just thinking about stuff. I was like, that I can try and word this properly, that I can almost guarantee that I'm going to be admitted back to hospital in the next 24 to 48 hours. Because looking back at the history of last cycle, I went into hospital on the 10th or the 11th, which was day 8 or 9 of that cycle, and now it's the 13th, and I started this chemo on the 2nd. So it's 11 days yet again. It's almost just like clockwork. Even though the side effects of this cycle haven't been as bad yet as my first round, I've always gotten a fever with any cycle of chemotherapy, and they've only been able to find one infection from that when the flu was going around the hospital. So yeah, I pretty about 90% sure I'll be admitted to hospital again in the next 24 to 48 hours, just simply because of the heat. Like even I'll probably get back to sleep somehow, and then Mum will come and like do my temperature when I wake up, and we'll see how that goes. But it's most likely going to stay hot, which you can't really treat besides having like a Panadol to bring the heat down. And at the moment I've got like one of those pulsing headaches again. Like my heart rate's boom, 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 boom. So I worked it out, it's probably like around 80, 85. So I chewed up those blood bags yesterday. And yeah, I got one of those headaches now, so whenever I have a headache or a pulsating one, it's especially worse when I get out of bed or get off a chair really fast and it just pulses really hard. So my headache face is this, which I don't think you've seen yet. But yeah, some of you may think like I get messages quite a lot asking how how I can be so positive in such a situation. Like especially you may be thinking if like by me saying, yeah, I'm going to go into hospital again will be sort of negative thinking. But when I'm ill, like now, I'm always positive, mentally positive. And when I'm in pain, I'm always mentally positive, because that sort of stuff can pass pretty easily. Like half the side of remaining positive in something like this is to be able to accept the facts and to react well to the negative experiences and occurrences. So there's obviously the worst things that can happen, but like if I have to go into hospital, all it is like 2 hours in the emergency room, then I go back up to my room on level 2, and they just give me a room, they set me up on antibiotics, and I'm in and out in around 4 days, which if you've seen the previous episodes, you would know that I'm usually in and out in around 2 to 4 days, because they want you to have no fever for 2 days, like 48 hours. So we'll see how that goes. You probably noticed me licking my lips and that sort of stuff, purely because it's on the way down as well, along with my stomach. Like it's not moistening up my lips, and the inside of it, it's getting kind of like a little sheath or like a glazing on my tongue, which you might not be able to see. Because when I wake up in the morning, my mouth is just bone dry. It's like no saliva in there at all. Like if you were to touch your tongue during that time, it just feels like a cat's tongue, but with less moisture on there. But yeah, I just like at the moment, even though it's hard to talk due to the headache, like obviously the sound is kind of reverberating in my head. I just thought I'd whip out the phone and do a little update, because I haven't done much talking throughout the whole of round 2. The next clip may be of me walking into hospital or in my bed in hospital. But yeah, as I said, I'm pretty sure that it's probably going to happen very soon in the next 2 days, which is all right. Keep that positive mindset up. And yeah, I guess you'll have to sit around and wait and see if I do get back to hospital. Otherwise, you'd see on my Instagram probably about 2 weeks before I actually post this video. So yeah. Anyway, I just want to say thanks for watching. Some of these videos aren't that intense with any vomiting and that sort of stuff, but it's just cool to talk and share what the experiences are at the moment. And yeah, try and educate the viewers and whoever's following me to educate how it all works, and hopefully motivate them to do some good stuff to help those who are in a cancer battle at the moment. But if you have any questions, or if you want to see something else throughout the channel, then just give me a comment down below, or message me on my other social media if you don't want it to be public, and I will get back to you on that one as soon as possible. Thank you for watching.